While we should not be quick to cut people out of our life, Scripture is really clear that sometimes this is the exact right biblical option to take. So in this video, we're going to talk about 4 biblical reasons where it's right to remove someone from your life. Number 1, when this person is influencing you for evil, but you are not influencing them for good, that's a clear biblical sign God is telling you to remove this person from your life. Sometimes we enter into a connection with someone hoping to be a light to this person. And certainly that is a biblical motive, and God often uses us to help other people in those ways. But if their lifestyle is consistently pulling you into compromise, tempting you to gossip or indulge in lust, neglect prayer, or adopt worldly values, you must step back. Your intentions are often good when you get into these types of relationships, but we have to also look at the facts of the outcomes that are occurring because we've chosen to enter into this type of relationship. The Bible warns us that even if we think we are strong enough to withstand temptation, prolonged exposure to ungodly influences can corrupt our character. Paul's words in 1 Corinthians 15:33 remind us that sin is contagious. It's kind of like mold that slowly spreads through the whole loaf. So too will the wrong types of people subtly corrupt every part of your life if you don't remove them. Number 2, when this person is a genuinely divisive person and they have zero interest in seeking peace in any part of their life, that's a strong biblical reason to remove them. Titus 3:10, as for a person who stirs up division, after warning him once and then twice, have nothing more to do with him. Paul makes it really clear that division is very serious. After offering correction and grace, and this person refuses to repent still, that's when it's time to take action. It might feel like you are acting out of some unbiblical motive, like you hate them or you're trying to hurt them for the ways that they've hurt you. And, certainly you want to be sensitive to Spirit's conviction if something like that's going on. But really, you have to protect your heart. Think of your life and your heart like a garden. It needs to be cared for. You need to remove the weeds. You need to offer it the right nutrients. Otherwise, the bad just takes over. Number 3, when someone is just utterly committed to a sinful lifestyle, that's a biblical reason to remove them from your life. 2 Timothy 3:1-5, but understand this, that in the last days there will come times of difficulty. For people will be lovers of self, lovers of money, proud, arrogant, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, heartless, unappeasable, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not loving good, treacherous, reckless, swollen with conceit, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having the appearance of godliness, but denying its power. Avoid such people. This isn't about looking for perfect people. The Bible's not telling us to remove someone who struggles with sin. If that was the case, we would be alone real quick. But biblically, there's a big difference between someone who's actively repenting of sin, though they still struggle, versus someone who's just committed to a sinful lifestyle and has zero interest in ever walking in righteousness. There's also a biblical difference between an unbeliever who's open to dialogue, who's treating you morally, so to speak, even though they don't know Christ and their purest motives of glorifying God aren't there. There's a difference between that type of unbeliever who may be fertile ground for gospel work compared to that type of person who's really an evangelist for evil. They're not open to dialogue. They're actually trying to convince you to join them in their sinful lifestyle. Picture a compass. The wrong types of people in your life are going to be actively trying to mess with the compass by putting a magnet next to it when you're not looking. That will distort your true north and you'll get off track. And number 4, if this person refuses to respect your boundaries, even though you've given them many warnings, that's a strong sign you need to remove them from your life. Proverbs 4:23, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. The inner life, the heart of a person dictates everything that they do. So this needs to be one of our top priorities in life, because if we're allowing someone to damage our heart, it's going to affect all of our behavior. Healthy relationships respect the limits that we give each other. When someone repeatedly crosses your boundaries, no matter how many loving warnings you're giving them, the final boundary you need to set for them is removing them from your life. Protecting your heart is not selfish, it's biblical. I'm Mark from ApplyGodsWord.com. Until next time, God bless.